Boobie Zonker. Now the hook I'm going to be using is a Kamasan B175 size 8. Now thread, use it like a UTC, like 140 or a Uni 60 would do fine. These are quite a heavy hook, heavy thread, sorry, as well as a heavy hook. Now put a layer of thread down the shank, right down until you're in line with the barb of the hook. Now the rib, I'm going to be using an oval silver tinsel. The reason I like using the oval silver tinsel is you can use wire, but you'll tend, what will happen sometimes with the wire, starts to rust. Because the skin itself, when it's wet, obviously holds a lot of water. It sits in your box, stewing away, and it causes the wire to rot. But the oval tinsel doesn't rot the same. It will not rot. Now once you've really secured this in, now you can take your thread back down. Now you can use a fritz, lots of materials, you can use a chenille, it's entirely up to you. This is just the glister, black glister. Very good material, very shiny. And light as well, that's the thing about it, it's light, which helps to encourage the fly to float. If you want to reduce the weight a bit, just dub it straight onto your thread. It's very easy, it's an easy dubbing. Basically, and just form a shape. Quite loose, like, don't have to be too tidy with it. To get to this point, you want at least 3mm from the eye to tie in the strip of rabbit and your booby eyes. Now you can slightly flatten this at the top by getting a piece of Velcro. Just pulling some of the fibres down. If you feel they're a bit bulky in one area, this way you can actually flatten it out. Now I've got a piece of skin here, Zonker strip, as we would call it. Now it's at its most 3mm across, and I taper away towards the back of the skin, the back of the strip. I measured it out here, now 2 inches, so it is. Obviously reduce it depending on the size of fry or whatever you're using or trying to represent. Now basically I just sit it on the top, bring the thread over the top, tie it down. It's very easy to do. I would encourage you to actually make sure this is tied in before you go any further. Anything going forward, pull it back, just basically tidy up. Don't worry about the size of the head. Now while you're fiddling up the back here and tying the strip down, put a wee half hitch into your thread. This stops it bouncing off while you're tying this down. Now what I do is bring the oval tinsel a full turn over the back and then just leave it. Open up a space where you're actually going to catch in the strip. Bring it up, over and down. Now if you pull some of the fur round, just let it go loose, pull it back up and then tighten up. Keep a hold of your rib and bring it between the fur as you go up, in between the fibres, just making a space as you go, forming the rib and tying it down at the same time. Just keep doing this all the way up. Now you have to decide exactly where you can come through here, but there will do. Then bring the thread, rib up to the top, right round. Bring a thread up with it, a 90-degree bend into the actual tinsel, and 3 or 4 turns to make sure it's not going to move. Trim away the excess. Down again. Tidy up. Make sure you've got a nice base of thread there down before you tie in your booby eyes. See how it's sitting. Now you can get a piece of Velcro just now and bring out some of the glister. It will go into the actual wing itself. Now basically the fly, the way it's sitting is very good, just as the rabbit pattern. And you can put eyes on it, you could do what you like. But as I say, you could put even a hackle front, it's up to you. But with the booby eyes, obviously I'm encouraging it to float. Now what I do here is I'll lay it on top. You can see that. Bring the thread up over the top. Make sure it's on the area where you want it to catch. Don't have the thread coming away down towards the eye. Make sure it stays up here. Keep a hold of one of the eyes and then tighten up 5 turns or so, right? And then I twist them away from myself. Bring the thread to the front and then 5 turns the opposite way. Okay, pull it back. Keep everything nice and tight. Don't let the bobbin go. Bring the thread in front. A few turns in front. Keeping the thread tight. Just carry on. Get straight in. Whip finish. It's important that you keep these nice and tight. And then tie off. And there, that's your fly done. Now what I like to do is, now I do anyway, is open the eyes out. Get some super glue. Now what you do is just pull the eyes apart like that. Put a wee drop of super glue in there and bring them up. That closes them up, sticks them together. And then get some normal varnish and varnish around the head area, around the eye, the hook. Any fluff, take it away. Clean out the eye. And that is the black Boobie Zonker.